Grief, loyalty, and the fear of letting go. There's a form of grief that doesn't get talked about very often. It's the grief we hold on to out of loyalty. Not just after death, but after the end of a relationship. Even one that was painful, even one that didn't treat us well. Even one that slowly eroded our self-trust, dignity, or sense of worth. We can grieve that too. And I watched many people grieving quietly, privately, sometimes with a lot of confusion or shame, because grief isn't only about what was lost, it's also about what was once real to us, what felt real. The moments of real connection, chemistry, laughter, moments of tenderness that felt real because they were real, even if short-lived. Even if 90% of the relationship left you feeling empty, lonely, resentful, or hurt, when a relationship ends, the mind often does something protective and strange. It remembers the good, the way it felt when it worked, the closeness, the hope, the times when you did feel secure and safe, even if it was brief. And at the same time, it edits out the rest, the painful memories, the emotional absence, the betrayals, the walking on eggshells, the confusion, the slow drip of self-doubt, the arguments and conflicts that never led to any closure or lasting change. So you grieve the love, but you block the memory of the pain. And that creates a kind of suspended grief, one that never fully moves. Because grief needs truth to complete itself. This is where people get stuck. They think letting go of grief means dishonoring the relationship or erasing its meaning and all its good parts, or admitting that it didn't matter at all. But that's not what's happening. What's actually happening is incomplete seeing. Sometimes unresolved grief is a sign that we're attached to the idea of what we thought we had, and we're in some denial about what we actually had. When grief is allowed to be felt deeply in the body, not just the mind, something sometimes begins to shift more. Much like trauma healing, perspective changes after feeling in the body, not before it. As the emotions of grief move, clarity follows. You begin to see the whole picture. Yes, there was love. Yes, there was connection. And also there was harm. There was limitation. There was disconnection. There was a cost to staying. You're not just letting go of a person. You're letting go of a painful dynamic, a relationship that required self-betrayal, a situation that quietly diminished you over and over again, a version of love that came with confusion or abandonment. You're letting go of your addiction to intermittent cycles of pain interrupted by occasional connection. And that changes everything. This is especially important in relationships where gaslighting was present, when your reality was questioned, your feelings minimized, your instincts overridden and denied. Processing grief honestly can restore something essential: trust in your own perception. You begin to see not only what you lost, but also what you escaped. And paradoxically, that makes letting go easier, not colder, because you're no longer clinging to a partial truth. You're honoring the love and the reality. Grief doesn't ask you to stay loyal to suffering. It asks you to stay loyal to what's real. And when you do that, letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means you're finally free to carry the love forward without carrying the wound with it.